In this short instructional video, I'm going to be giving a brief demonstration on the cross-section tool on the Oak Ridges Moraine Groundwater Program Partners page. As you can see here, I've logged into the Partners page, and I'm going to start by scrolling down to Maps. This will give me a list of different maps that will open up in the web-based mapping portal. And the third one down is called Cross Sections version 2.0. When I open that up, I'll get a base map here, and you can see there's a map of the GTA. I can zoom in and out with the roller on my mouse. The Oak Ridges Moraine planning boundary is shown as this orangey red line. The study area itself for the Oak Ridges Moraine Groundwater Program is outlined in blue. I can also zoom in and out on the left-hand side here with these plus and minus buttons. And there's a few other icons here along the left. There's a home button, which takes us back to the original view that we looked at. There's right and left arrows for redoing and undoing. There's an option here to save the image that we've created. There's a search for wells, which is something that we will allow you to look in at a specific local area. There's also an address here you can look at along the top if you want to enter a road address. This icon here draws the line for the cross section you want to draw, and the circle beneath it is the option to draw a virtual borehole. So it'll let you look at what the geologic model and what the layers look like at a specific location where there may not be any actual borehole data. There's a section here to clear all boreholes. There's a settings icon here, this little wheel. You can adjust the well search distance, so all boreholes are by default within 50 meters of the section line that you've drawn will be shown. And there's a couple of options here too that you can play around with. There's also a question mark or help. That'll open up a new window for some documentation on this cross-section tool. Then I won't go over that here. But I want to start by just doing a very quick demonstration here by clicking on this Create Cross-Section button. And I'm going to draw a north to south cross-section because I think it's the interesting one. But if I start here at the little fingertip of southern tip of Lake Simcoe and go right down to Harborfront at City of Toronto and click on that. I can keep drawing, but I'm just going to click on that last square that I've drawn, and I get this new display question saying, do I want to show the cross section in a new window or in split view? So I'm going to pop open a new window, and this will take a few sections while the cross section is drawn. And while we're waiting for that, we'll talk about a few other things that are available. There's buttons along the top to send feedback. If you have questions or requests for features on this cross-section tool or other features, you can contact the Oak Ridges Moraine Groundwater Program and let us know if you found bugs or if you have other options that you want to add, or if you just have general questions. So you can see I've opened this new window up with the cross-section. There's places where you can change the name of it. You can show the different intervals for the grids, mouse over, grid lines, well names, start end labels. Those are all little check boxes you can turn on or off. One thing I do want to adjust here is the vertical exaggeration. In Ontario, things are pretty flat, so we usually have to add a vertical exaggeration of at least 10, which we see here. And it does go as high as 25 for the options. We can also zoom in and zoom out on this cross section too. Again, I'm using the roller on the mouse, but there's a zoom scroll here. And then I can shift the section too by whatever number I want to choose, but currently it's 100 meters, and that'll just push the section in a direction normal to the line itself. So you can see here the cross section that I've got, and I'll zoom in a little bit. The cross section I got, remember, went from north to south. So north being up here on the left, and then the topographic high here is the ridge of the Oak Ridges Moraine, and then it tapers off down here to the right towards Lake Ontario. The different colored units represent different interpreted surfaces, Oak Ridges Moraine, Sunnybrook, Newmarket, and so on, and we won't go through all the details here. There's a dashed line here, which represents the interpreted water table. And over here, there's an option for downloading the different image file types for printing and so on. So that gives you options to create a cross section that you want, that you like, create an image of it and bring it into your own report or PowerPoint presentation and so on. So you can also see that as I mouse over things, it's giving us some details. The wells that are within 50 meters, as I said earlier, within 50 meters of this cross section are shown. So the mouse over info is currently turned on. So as I mouse over a well, it gives me the details of that well, how far along the section it is. If I mouse over a unit, it tells me that I'm looking here, in this case, the Thorncliffe Formation, the depth from ground surface, the layer thickness at this point that I'm mousing over, and then the elevation and distance from the start. So there's quite a few different features available within this, and this video is just giving a quick overview of it, just so you can get in and have a look and see what is available within this cross-section tool. Thanks for paying attention, and thanks for your interest in our program. We'll be producing more videos as time goes on.